Hi, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to our channel. Before we get started, if you're a Blink, or even just someone who loves fashion, pop culture, and historic moments, smash that like button right now, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video like this. Drop a comment below telling me which Blackpink member's Met Gala look was your absolute favorite, because trust me, after watching this, you're going to have a very strong opinion. Now, let's get into it. Imagine this. It's the evening of May 4, 2026. The steps of the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City are packed with photographers, journalists, and screaming fans. The biggest names in fashion, film, and music are making their way down one of the most prestigious red carpets on the planet. And then, one by one, 4 women arrive. Each in a different car. Each in a jaw-dropping outfit. Each carrying the kind of presence that stops a room cold. Rose. Lisa. Jisoo. Jennie. All 4 members of Blackpink, on the same red carpet, in the same year, for the very first time in history. And if you think that's just a fun celebrity moment, stick with me, because what happened on those Met Gala steps on May 4, 2026 is so much bigger than a red carpet appearance. It's a fashion world takeover, and proof that Blackpink is not just a K-pop group, they are a global cultural force unlike anything the world has ever seen. Now let's talk about the Met Gala itself, because if you're not familiar, this event is essentially the Super Bowl of fashion. Held every year on the first Monday of May at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, it is the world's largest fashion charity event, and every single outfit is designed to make a statement. This year's theme was costume art, with the dress code, fashion is art, which basically gave every attendee a license to go completely wild with their creativity. And no group took that invitation more seriously than Blackpink. Now pay attention here, because this is the part that the Blink fandom had been waiting years for. All 4 members attending the same Met Gala in the same year had never happened before 2026. Rose was the first to attend, way back in 2021, wearing Saint Laurent. Jennie made her debut in 2023 for the Karl Lagerfeld theme in vintage Chanel, returned in 2024 wearing Alaïa, and came back again in 2025 in Chanel. Lisa made her first Met Gala appearance in 2025 wearing Louis Vuitton. And Jisoo? She had never attended at all, until May 4, 2026. So when all 4 of them showed up this year, it wasn't just a fashion moment. It was history. The first to walk the iconic Met steps was Rose, and she did not hold back. For her 3rd Met Gala appearance, she wore a stunning black strapless gown by Yves Saint Laurent, designed by the house's creative director Anthony Vaccarello. The gown featured a thigh-high leg slit and a bedazzled bird motif at the waist, and that bird was not just a random design choice. When speaking to Vogue on the red carpet, Rose explained that she and her celebrity stylist Laure Roach had done deep research into YSL's archives for this look. The bird was directly inspired by The Birds, a painting by French artist Georges Braque that hangs on the ceiling of the Louvre in Paris, and that very painting had been a major artistic influence on Yves Saint Laurent himself. It was a privilege to learn the inspiration YSL had with art, Rose told Vogue. In just a few words, she summed up exactly what made her look so special. It wasn't just beautiful, it was educated, intentional, and deeply connected to the theme of the night. Next up was Lisa, who had a very different kind of entrance, because Lisa wasn't just a guest at the 2026 Met Gala. She was a member of the host committee, alongside co-chairs Beyoncé, Nicole Kidman, Venus Williams, and Anna Wintour. And with that role came a responsibility to absolutely deliver in the fashion department, and deliver she did. Lisa wore a jaw-dropping custom creation by designer Robert I, a sheer, sparkly white bodycon gown with a turtleneck and mermaid silhouette, paired with a dramatic veil. But what made the look truly unforgettable were the sculptural 3D, printed arms attached to the gown, posed as if they were holding up her veil from above. Here's the detail that will blow your mind. According to Lisa's interview with Vogue on the red carpet, those arms were actually molded from her own arms, and they were posed in the positions of traditional Thai dance. She paired the look with Bulgari jewelry, including a statement necklace featuring a 50-carat sapphire and pave-set diamonds. This was not just a fashion look, this was a piece of wearable art that told a story about who she is, where she comes from, and how she sees herself in the world. Fashion critics were already calling it one of the best Met Gala looks of all time before the night was even over. Then came Jisoo, and this one was extra special. This was her very first Met Gala ever, and she came in a custom Dior gown designed by Jonathan Anderson, her longtime house. The look was everything you'd expect from Jisoo: romantic, ethereal, and absolutely breathtaking. A strapless gown covered in pink, silver, and white sequins with delicate floral embellishments that extended all the way into her hair, making her look like a real-life fairy. She accessorized with a vintage Cartier necklace, and when Ashley Graham and Cara Delevingne asked her about the look on the Vogue red carpet, she laughed and said, "It's my first Met Gala. I'm so excited and a little nervous too." She also revealed that the look took 4 to 5 hours to put together, and looking at it, you completely understand why. Jisoo also mentioned she was so excited to see her fellow Blackpink members inside the gala, giving us a little hint at the reunion energy that was already building behind the scenes. And finally, saving the best entrance for last, Jennie arrived as the fourth and final Blackpink member to walk the carpet. This was her fourth Met Gala appearance, and she has only gotten more iconic with each one. For 2026, she wore a strapless Chanel gown designed by Matthew Blazy, crafted entirely from 15,000 individual sequin leaves in shimmering shades of metallic blue and silver. Standing on those Met steps, she looked like she had walked straight out of a Renaissance painting or a dream. Speaking to Vogue's red carpet host, Jennie described the look perfectly: "I feel like a mosaic artwork come alive." And she was right, every single piece of that dress caught the light differently, creating a constantly shifting, glowing effect that had photographers completely losing their minds. It was her most stunning Met Gala look yet, and that is saying something. But the fashion didn't stop at the red carpet. Because after the gala ended, Blackpink kept delivering, and their after-party looks were just as talked about as their main event outfits. Jisoo changed into a fresh Dior look straight off the runway, a strapless dress in diaphanous white fabric with a voluminous bubble hem, finished with a small green bag and metallic heels. Light, airy, and just as dreamy as her main look. Rose headed to St. Laurent's after-party at People's Bar in an all-black ruched strapless mini dress with a long dramatic train attached at the back, no jewelry, just razor-sharp black pumps and barely their transparent tights. Minimalist, powerful, and completely on brand. Lisa shed the sculptural Robert I creation and stepped into what can only be described as rock star energy: a white fur-adorned jacket, a white bralette, low-rise flared white pants, and towering platform heels, looking like she had just walked off a 1970s Bianca Jagger mood board. And Jennie rounded out the night at GQ's afterparty in an embellished white set, a cropped lace tank top with red and black floral embroidery and a matching lace-trimmed midi skirt. For completely different after-party vibes, yet every single one of them perfect. It was like getting 2 Met Galas in one night, and the fashion internet simply could not cope. Now, here's something worth stepping back and appreciating, because it's easy to get lost in the dresses and forget the bigger picture. Blackpink's relationship with the world of high fashion is genuinely unlike anything any K-pop group, or really any pop group in the world, has ever had. Think about it. Jisoo is a global ambassador for Dior. Jennie has been the face of Chanel for years, one of the most coveted ambassador positions in the entire fashion industry. Rose is the face of Saint Laurent and has been a long-time ambassador for Tiffany & Company. And Lisa holds ambassador positions with Bulgari, among others. These are not just sponsorship deals, these are deep, multi-year creative partnerships with the most prestigious fashion houses on the planet. When Blackpink wears a brand, it doesn't just move units, it shifts cultural conversations. A single Instagram post from any one of them can sell out a product within hours. Fashion Week front rows treat their attendance as an event in itself. And on the night of the 2026 Met Gala, having all four of them together in one place, each representing a different iconic house, felt like the entire fashion world was saluting them at once. 4 fashion houses. 4 ambassadors. 1 historic night. What made the whole night so emotionally powerful for fans wasn't just the individual outfits, incredible as they all were. It was the symbolism of the reunion. For women who spent years building their own empires, conquering their own individual corners of the entertainment and fashion world, all coming back together on the single most prestigious fashion stage in the world and reminding everyone at the exact same time, Blackpink is back, and they are better than ever. Each of them wore a different luxury house, Dior, Chanel, Saint Laurent, Robert I, and yet together, they felt completely unified. 4 different aesthetics, 4 different stories, 1 unmistakable identity. The reaction online was immediate and overwhelming. Blackpink and Met Gala 2026 trended simultaneously at the top of global charts the entire night. Fans and fashion critics alike were scrambling to rank the looks, debate the details, and relive every single moment on the red carpet. The Blink fandom went absolutely feral, in the best possible way, and for good reason. This was the moment they had been waiting for since the group first started attending the Met Gala in 2021. And the timing couldn't have been more perfect, fresh off the release of Deadline, fresh off the completion of their record-breaking world tour, and right in the middle of a creative renaissance that each member is living through individually. Blackpink showing up together at the Met Gala in 2026 wasn't just about fashion. It was a statement. It was Blackpink telling the world, we went out and conquered everything separately, and now we're back together, and we're just getting started. So let me ask you this, and I really want to know your answer in the comments. Which member do you think absolutely owned the 2026 Met Gala? Was it Rose, with her art history-inspired YSL masterpiece? Lisa, with her Thai dance sculpture Robert I creation that had the entire fashion world talking? Jisoo, the fairy tale Dior debut that was 4 years in the making? Or Jennie, with the 15,000 sequin Chanel gown that made her look like living art? Drop your answer below, and while you're down there, let me know. Are you a Blink? Have you been following Blackpink since the beginning, or are you newer to the fandom? I genuinely love reading your comments on these videos, so please keep them coming. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you, seriously. It means the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most iconic pop culture moments of 2026, please give this video a like. It genuinely helps this channel grow more than you know. Share it with your Blink friends, your fashion-obsessed group chat, or anyone who needs to know about this historic night. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now, because there is a lot more content like this coming very soon. And as always, stay iconic, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Annyeong.